Ilya, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
What, in your opinion, are the biggest challenges facing large infrastructure projects such as the one you've been in charge of in the current environment?
I think securing financing for these huge projects, which wasn't a big challenge for us, but it could be a challenge, definitely. Also secure responsible contractors on these mega projects. They're very difficult projects to deal with. So I think securing a contractor that you probably know that not worked for you before and has done a good job, I think those are the key factors, a good contractor and secure financing.
With such a massive project like yours, and one that has to be very future-proof, there are unique challenges in that as well, I presume.
Yes. We analyzed this project for 5 years, so we're pretty sure on what we wanted to do. Some of the physical challenges or the engineering challenges were relatively easy to resolve. I think it was people. We have over 80 nationalities working in the project. So I think cross-cultural interaction is key. So if you have a project that you're going to have contractors from different countries, it's very important to have a partnering session ahead to see what's coming.
How important is it for you to do that future-proofing and that looking ahead and sort of trying to predict what challenges that there might be in 10 years' time?
Well, I think having done this project gave us a very good base of lessons learned on what things are key and crucial for big infrastructure projects. And one of them will allow you to draft good contracts to be able to mitigate some of those problems that you will have in the future.
And you may, I guess you need to be able to anticipate any sort of legacy issues of what you've done and be able to have an answer for them set and ready.
Yes, and that's the beauty of projects like this. If you actually take the time to do a log on what went well so you can repeat, what went wrong so you can change, it saves you a lot of headaches. It's a very good risk management measure to start off any new project.
It's about flexibility and being nimble, I suppose, in an industry that perhaps hasn't necessarily been that way in the past. Is this an industry that are adapting and seeing that they need to have those qualities?
We have to adapt because things are changing in the market. And I'll give you an example. We're building a brand new bridge, small bridge, and the contractor was going to actually perform the prefab sections in Costa Rica and drive them all across the country. You know, I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? And he said, they have this really automated system, but it's cheaper for me to build them in another country and then just drive them through. So changes and adaptations are key. So you need to be flexible so the contractors can do the best job they can and will give you the best product that you need.
You've also talked a lot about having the best people and the brightest minds. How do you ensure that?
Definitely you need to interview people. That's how you really know. I mean, the paper, you can put anything you want, and we've learned that something that will look fantastic in paper, when it comes into reality, it's not what it's supposed to be. So I think definitely you need to interview people and see their attitude. I've learned that attitude is very, very important, sometimes more important than how many degrees you have, because attitude will allow you to take on challenges in a good, positive way.
And how will we ensure that we get those good engineers in the future? I mean, you're a bit a role model as a woman in this role. You're quite unusual as well. So how do we ensure we attract the right people?
I think one of the key things is people need to speak out about their careers and encourage people to go into engineering and how marvelous engineering is. But hand in hand with that, people skills. The soft skills are crucial to obtain a good product and try to save a lot of headaches. So I think they need to go hand in hand. That's something that maybe we don't see in the world right now, but I think education needs to change to that route.
And also, I guess, an embracing of the new, of technology, of digitalisation, of all the things that are going to benefit projects in the future too, and maybe that is a younger generation who are very quick to do that.
Oh, definitely. When you look at the project we just built, the youngest people were in the technology, in the control systems, because it's such a new field and it's evolving so fast. So definitely, somebody told me, if you want to know what's happening, surround yourself by younger people. They say if it's 19 is too old, 15-year-olds. So I think it's important to have a diverse group, very young minds that have that creativity, innovation, and new knowledge, and some older minds that have wisdom and experience. So a combination of both, I think, is needed.
You talked there about a diverse group, and obviously I want to sort of raise the fact that you're known for wearing a pink hard hat and a pink high-vis vest. And being a woman in this industry, as I said, is an unusual thing to be leading a project as big as this. How good do you feel about being that role model for young women, particularly who might be interested in it?
I feel amazing. I never even thought about it. I really bought the pink heart for myself because it was like, oh, I did it. You know, it's an accomplishment, and it became so famous. It was like, wow, this is a new bar for me. Even for me, it was like shocking. I had no idea I was going to have that impact. So it's a big challenge because you become a role model, and there's a lot of expectations, and I just always want to try to fulfill those expectations. And I have a very open policy, and whenever somebody wants to approach me and ask me how did you do it, and give them feedback on how to accomplish in life, you know, family and work, and continue to be the female that you are. I'm very happy to share that. So it's been a new route in my life, and I like it.
You're happy to share that, and also a passion for engineering. I know you've described engineering as the beauty of it being that there's always a solution. So tell me about that and why you find it such a satisfying area to work in.
It's great. I mean, my first job ever, I worked in a shipyard. And for example, I designed this ventilation system in my office. In the computer, I drew it, and then I went to the shops and I saw how it was being built. And today I see that dredge walking, transiting the canal, and I see, oh, I designed that. And I tell people, engineering doesn't get the credit that it should get. You get, for example, when you go to the moon, you get the astronauts are like the big stars, but the people that design that vessel that allowed the astronauts to get to wherever they went are the engineers. So I think we don't portray the glamour that engineer brings. All those amazing bridges, when you see the end product, it's like, wow, what a beauty. But you don't think of all the engineers that design it. So I think, I mean, engineering moves the world. And I don't think people see it that way all the time.
And engineering needs to adapt with that world into the 21st century now as well, doesn't it? And embrace all the new ideas and opportunities that technology brings.
Yes. So that's why it's important that we also integrate all of this new technology that will make our life easier. To me, the engineers that designed the original Panama Canal were brilliant. These are engineers that graduated in the 1800s. No computers, everything was done by hand. It's amazing. So now, and if you look at it, it took us a few years shorter to build the new canal, but we had all that technology. So definitely we need to evolve and stay abreast of technology.
Ilya, thank you so much for joining us. Great to talk to you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.